many of you will remember from the 60s. Watch.
As secret agents Napoleon Solo and Ilya Kuryakin on The Man from U.N.C.L.E., Robert Vaughn and David McCallum were two of the most popular TV performers of the mid-1960s. And the show went off the air in 1968, and they haven't seen each other since then. And today, as part of our famous duo series, we are reuniting Robert Vaughn and David McCallum. I can't believe you haven't seen each other. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Why haven't you seen each other in, what is it, 13, almost 14 years?
Yes, well, we disliked each other intensely. We made a great effort not to see each other.
You better watch it. You'll start. There were rumors that you two did not get along.
Absolutely untrue.
Totally untrue.
Yeah, right.
How did that affect your working relationship?
As far as I was
to
concerned,
even have to live under all those rumors, did it have an effect on the way you worked together?
I think anybody who works in Hollywood lives under rumors. It goes on all the time. I mean, there were rumors that we knew each other very well.
Also untrue.
That's right. Well, do you think part of it came from the fact that you were originally cast as really a sidekick to Robert, and that
Yes.
character became, I mean, it was so popular, you really became a co-star. Was that tough? Robert, you've always said you had no problem with it.
I had no problem with it at all because it reduced the workload by half. And I'm basically rather lazy.
There were a couple of lines for Ilya in the first episode, and he had some jazz records under his bed. I think that was all that was known about him. So we got rid of the jazz records and added a few more lines and took it from there.
What happens when a show like that ends and the two of you had to shake those images? Robert, you went back into film primarily for a while.
Yeah, I don't think I ever, I guess I had an image. If you don't have an image, you don't work in this town, or that town. Well, I'm not in that town now. I went into motion pictures and never played a secret agent in America again.
Was that by desire?
No, I just took the next job that came along.
You did something else, though, at a time when you were very, very successful as an actor. You went back to college and got your PhD. It's in philosophy of communication, right?
Right, yeah.
What made you do that?
Well, I didn't go back to college. I never stopped going. I mean,
Yeah.
I was going concurrently. When I was doing The Man from U.N.C.L.E., I was going 2 nights a week to USC, and as to why I did it, I can't tell you, because, like Everest, it was there, and I had to scale it.
Well, you've said that you need to be more than an actor, that being an actor isn't enough in your mind, and you had, I think, your aspirations for a while of going into politics. At least that's what it was said. Do you still have those ambitions?
Well, I never had those ambitions.
You really didn't?
No,
Oh, come on.
The truth over here.
Well, we had day in and day out.
My ambitions were political, but not for myself, basically. They were political issues that I was involved in, and still am.
David, what about you? First of all, what have you done? First of all, did that with...
What did you do over the last 14 years?
Yeah, over the last
Tricky
14 years.
question.
First of all, how did that popularity of your image affect your personal life? Was it difficult for you to keep your own identity as David McCallum?
Well, my identity went right out the window after
Really?
about 2 years of the series, and you became Ilya Kuryakin, and we couldn't go anywhere or do anything, and it got mad and hysterical. About a year to 2 years after the series was over, all the hysteria vanished, and that whole energy was put onto somebody else, and it switches from whatever the current fad is.
But how does that affect you?
All that happened to me was that the character of Ilya Kuryakin sort of remained, and even now I am known as I go about the streets as Ilya, not as David. I mean,
Does that
it's
bother
just
you
as,
at all?
No, not at all.
No?
I know that series gave us both an opportunity to have an extraordinary identity and to take it from there.
What about, though, getting other roles and that typecast problem?
I'm sure the characters that I would have played in films since then, if I hadn't done the series, would have been more interesting. I think I would be reticent about employing Ilya Kuryakin to play a certain part in a film. But at the same time, I've done, 3 series in England, and
You did go back to
plays
England.
and television. I've been doing all sorts of things ever since.
Why did you go to England? You really worked there mostly for, what, about 4 years?
The last 4 years I've been working there almost constantly. My mother's there, my brother's there, my family's there, and I still like working there.
Is there a big difference in television abroad as opposed to here in
It's
the US?
changing in both places year by year. Hollywood is still the great place to work because it's so efficient.
Well, now, we hear the rumors that there's going to be a film, a Man from U.N.C.L.E. film. Is it true?
As I said earlier, when the camera turns for the first time, I'll believe
That's
it.
when you
It's
believe
been
it.
discussed for many, many years. It was discussed about 8 years ago at MGM. It's been discussed as recently as yesterday. David had lunch with a gentleman who wants to do it. I'm going to meet with him this morning for breakfast, and CBS, I understand, is interested in the project, but it may go someplace else.
Would you like that? Because when Man from U.N.C.L.E. went off the air, I mean, I think you described it as escapism done in a very flagrant, theatrical manner, and you really had your fun with it. And or would you be interested in bringing back the Napoleon Solo character?
Well, I'd certainly be interested in doing the motion picture, which or TV movie, either one, which has been discussed. I don't live in California any longer, so I don't know about ever being involved in that particular situation again in terms of episodic television, but that remains to be seen. Who knows? You never say never.
Well, the hysteria could come back, David. It's been fun, though. I'm glad that we got you two together after 14 years. You have a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.